Hello everyone. I bought a box of this, like the Opus 1 booster packs, and I'd like to open few, and well, so I'll just try to get inside a few of these. I already opened 2 packs, but and I had quite some difficulties actually getting inside. Okay, so okay, so we've got Evoker. Well, that's a standard unit for 1. It can produce 1. Black Belt, well, this time it's a backup. And if one pays Earth, 1 Earth, taps this card, I can choose a blocking forward and it gains 1000 power until the end of turn. Demo, that's actually a good one. Well, for X and Darling and sacrificing this card, I can play a character card of cost X or less from my hand and put it onto the field. That sounds pretty cool, right? Cloud. Anything with the name Cloud is good, or should be. Anyway, this one for 2, and if I control other forward from the same category as Cloud, well, 7, it gains 2000 power. And when this card comes into play, it deals 2000 damage to it. Well, that I will put it here as it seems to be playable. Thief. It's a forward. When this enters the field, your opponent puts the top card of his or her deck into the break zone. Well, I'm not really going to play Mill, so for the time being I'll just put it here. Fairy is a summon which I can choose a forward, activate it and draw a card. That's actually good. But it's already in one of the starter decks, I think. And Dragoon, that's the same story. Sage, cool, that's shiny, and this is actually good. I'm not really sure how good, but it's a card advantage anyway, more or less. This I will put in one of my decks actually, in 1 or 2 copies. I'm not really sure about it. I was thinking about playing Samer, but since this deck is supposed to be more aggressive, and I had problems actually, like refilling my hand, this might help, because whenever I drew 2 cards and I drew 2 backups, I was just screwed. And if I would draw this, I could just play it, take some little creature, well, character, into my hand and play it. And Shiva, well, that's also from the starter deck set. Set deck. Okay, never mind. And that's a good card. I'm definitely going to play this one. Warrior of Light. Well, this card is insane. At least it seems to me. I mean, for 2, and it can kill something that is like, well, double this power. So, I mean, it works only for words that cost 4 or more. But usually those that cost less don't have really such a high power. So I think this card is pretty good. Nora, well, that's Hope's mother, so well, she looks for hope, and hope is not that hopeless as in my Final Fantasy 13 game. So this is something that I can imagine playing, since if by chance this would be enter the damage zone, then it can look for hope. It's not that expensive backup. But I wouldn't say that this is good. But I'm going to put it in my deck for the time being. Yuna, backup Yuna, that one is good. It can bounce a creature, well, whatever, I'm sorry. I'm not used to the right terminology yet. Well, it returns forward to its owner's hand, and if a character is put from the field into the break zone, it can be removed from the game. Not sure if this is relevant. So far, it doesn't seem so, but I would expect that it would become relevant sooner or later. How it will become. So that was well, one pack. Actually, I like it. Okay, so let's try second one. What do I get in? Okay, so I'll use this. I'll try not to destroy the cards inside. I'll try to make more sense than when I was opening the first pack. Or fourth one actually for me. Anyway, okay, summon, that's, well, pretty basic, so I'll just put it here. Shiva. Lesser cost Shiva. Doesn't freeze a character, but still it does something. It deals 1 forward and it deals 5,000 damage to it. So that doesn't seem to be bad, and it works with snow, with one of the snows in the game. Sid from Final Fantasy VII. Well, it's one of the cards that tries to mill, and it says that when the forward that took damage from Sid High Wind is put from the field into the break zone, on the same turn your opponent puts the two cards of his deck into the break zone, which sounds more or less okay. But I still haven't seen enough of cards that can mill, so I'm not really sure if that can be put together and be actually of any, like being good. Golem is a card I actually like, but it's also in the starter deck. I can, well, you just choose 1 forward and it gains 2000 power till the end of turn, and if it's blocking it gets 4000 power until the end of the turn. I actually never used that when I was blocking with forward. I always played that when I was attacking, but well, it can save a forward anyway. Summoner. That's actually a counterspell. Well, it's a backup, and for a little cost and destroying this card, I can choose a summon and cancel its effects. Can come handy, but I'm not really sure if I would run this. Magus deals, when this enters the field, it deals 3000 damage to all the forwards opponent controls, which seems to be good. Moogle, wow, that's the card it's one of the cards I wanted to open. Well, it's a common, so I'll probably get more of those. It simply draws 2 cards and I have to discard 1 card from my hand. Devote, shiny one. Too shiny for me, I can't even read that. It's a backup. And if I tell this and put it into the break zone, I can choose 1 forward, of course, 4 or less from my break zone, and I can put it into play. Interesting, and I can only play it at sorcery speed. I'm not entirely sure. This is ice. Okay. Well, Sage sounds better. Okay, so I'll put it here for the time being. Zack. Well, one of the soldiers, with capital letters. If you control Ares, Zack gains 2000 power, and when Zack enters the field, Choose one forward opponent controls and deal it 2000 damage. So it's very similar to Cloud, which I already opened. It costs one more, this 1000 power more. And it does the same thing. More or less. Okay, I think both cards are playable. But who knows? Lulu. Lulu is a backup and she pumps all the lightning forwards. Which is not bad. That I might put in my lightning deck. Hope? Ah yeah, here's the Hopeless Ravager. Okay. Well, when he enters the field, I can choose a backup and untap it or activate it. And if by chance I would play the summon Alexander, then I can activate all the backups I control. I actually like this card, and I will definitely play it if I play wins. Layla, heroic, or okay, I'm not really sure how the rarity is called, but well, anyway, a rare card. It's a forward, and when Layla deals damage to your opponent, you can draw a card. Well, that's a pretty water card. I like that one. That's pretty nice. I've got 2 more minutes, so I can open one more pack. Obviously, I'm not really good at talking and opening packs. And also holding the camera between my legs. Yeah, so it starts with pickup again. It seems to be Red Mage. Red Mage gives haste to one forward. Not bad. Bard, well, it does a forward, but the cost is actually quite a lot. I mean, if you need to pay 2 ice and dull this card, it costs 3 kind of. So I wouldn't really play that. Samurai, yeah, it's got vigilance and it's 3 and 6000 power. Doesn't seem to be good. Evoker, well, standard unit. Geomancer is also a standard unit, but it has an ability. And this card enters the field, I can choose a forward and it gains Brave. That's not bad, but I don't really... But it's like in the wrong element, because Earth seems to be more like mid-range or control, and you don't really need this kind of effect. I haven't really seen too many cards that would suggest that you can build something fast and aggressive in those in this element. But maybe it can. One day it will happen. Maybe. Geomancer. From Tactics. Well, it's a backup, and I can look at the top card of my deck, and I may place it on the bottom. That's nice. I was looking for some kind of library manipulation. For the time being, I'm not really sure if you can really use this ability well. Okay, I've got just 40 seconds. I'll put it to you because it's interesting. Mistake forward. Okay. Behemoth Fury, foil. Well, that deals quite a lot of damage, but you need to discard a card. Otherwise, well, it just deals 5000, which is not bad, but the cost isn't the best. Carrot from Nora. Okay, I'll just show you the rest of the cards. Gordon. Gordon is good. Well, it can be killed, you know, obviously, but this ability is pretty annoying, so I'd play that. Okay, so next time I'll open another 3 bags. I'll see if it goes better or not.